What's happening, YouTube? Back in the day, Gamer here. Thanks for tuning into this episode of What's Happening, YouTube? It's not just any episode. It's Back in the Day, Gamers, Christmas Spectacular Extravaganza! That's right, it's Christmas time. Well, it's actually, obviously, after Christmas. I mean, I'm usually about a month behind putting my pickup videos out. You didn't think I was going to put my Christmas video out before Christmas, did you? No way, not going to happen. But anyhow, we're here, we're next to the tree, it was Christmas, so we've got lots of goodies, we got toys, games, music, movies, all kinds of fun stuff to talk about, so let's roll the intro! Alright YouTube, I'm once again joined by my excellent co-host, Angry Baby. You think I would have learned my lesson from the last time we tried to do this, but he's been in a really good mood today, and since it's Christmas time, maybe we'll get lucky. He seems happy for the moment, so let's roll with it. We got a lot of cool stuff to talk about, so I'm getting parched already, so we better crack open a drink. We are quite possibly drinking the most themed appropriate beverage ever for any of my videos. I guess if we had eggnog, it'd be more appropriate, but this is, this is pretty spot on, I think. So it's a hard seltzer, which I know, buddy, I don't like hard seltzers, but we're gonna give it a try, okay? Oh no, you can't have any, buddy. It's an adult beverage. I told you before you can't have any. But let's try it so we can let them know how we like it. Maybe I'll give you a little sip, okay? Look, you behave, I'll give you a little sip. So, like I said, it's a hard seltzer, which I don't drink, because hard seltzer is for ladies. And before I lose, with all due respect, and like they say in Talladega Nights, since I said all due respect, I can say anything I want. Before we lose any more subscribers over that one, it's Middle Coast Winter Hard Seltzer, and this is Ginger Snap. It's got... Maybe he was getting into this before were you getting into this? It's got a gingerbread man. Now, I love gingerbread houses. I got the decorations all over here, but I can't imagine this is anything but terrible. So, I'm optimistic, cautiously optimistic, but I'm voting terrible. Do you like that? Fun sound? Okay, here we go. Big sip. Oh! Oh, that is bad. Why? Oh. Why would you do... Okay. I mean, it actually smells delicious like a gingerbread cookie. No. No. Mm-mm. That is terrible. Okay, well this is in a 6-pack and there was 3 and 3. So I told you be quiet, I'll let you have some around the camera. This one's the peppermint bark. Now, peppermint, gross, right? Like, I'm not an old lady, I don't drink peppermint shit. I mean, I like hot tea and honey when it's cold. I like a peppermint tea just because it's kind of like yummy, but like anything else peppermint, who eats that? But this is the Middleton Coast Winter Hard Seltzer Peppermint Bark. I'm predicting this one to be disgusting as well. Buddy, come on. We'll wait. Oh, here, suck on this, buddy. All right, well, we're just gonna try this and then put him somewhere else. Unless he decides to behave, but... It's actually quite good. It's strange. It's super pepperminty. But I like it. I mean, it could be just because the Ginger Snap one was so damn bad, but... Cheers! Happy New Year! Merry Christmas! Alright, this is probably going to be probably gonna be a long one because a lot of stuff to talk about, and I'm rambling on already, and I haven't even had a drink. So let's put an end to this, buddy. What can I do for you?
What can I do for you, little mans? Little mansy? What can I do for you? What would you like?
Did you hear that? Okay, so that didn't work, but let's give this a shot. So it's Christmas time. Got my sweet new Griswold family Christmas shirt on. Love this thing. Target score was like $10 or something, but Christmas time, right? Obviously, we're gonna talk about some games, but okay, we'll talk about the toys first. We're going to anyways. Toys! So, a couple months ago, my nephew Corbin's talking about these things I never heard of. And for some reason, it catches my ear. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Well, what he was talking about were these Goo-Jitsus. Now, if you have kids, you probably know all about them. I didn't until now. He's too young. This says 3 and up. So, despite the fact that I'm sure it would be fine, I'm kind of paranoid to let him play with them. But I'm gonna play with them because I'm just a big stupid kid. So yeah, if you don't know what Goo-Jitsu are, they're like Stretch Armstrongs, but cooler. So I've got this sitting here for a good 5 weeks, killing me, dying to open it. So I got the one with the golden Blazagon and exclusive rock jaw. I had to get this one because the rock jaw guy's an alligator. And as some of you may know, I am a big alligator fan for, not a while now, but for about 15 years I had a pet alligator. And I love everything alligator, so whenever there's an alligator toy, I have to buy it for him. But so these things are like Stretch Armstrong, right? And man, are they cool. There's a ton of them. I already have several here, which he's not gonna be able to play with for 2.5 more years, but I will. My original intent was to pull this guy apart to see if I could break him, but just for the video, but honestly, I can't. It's just so damn cool, I can't. I can squish him though. Squish, 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 squish. Look at that, buddy. Alright, since we're under supervision, I'm not gonna toss it to him. I'm gonna pretend like he's not here because he's quiet for now. But this one is the alligator one, the rock jar or whatever, and he's full of, so this one is just got gold goo in it, which is cool. This one has got squishy beads. Come on, focus, baby. See him there on his arm, and when you squish his arm, yeah, these things are badass. And I mean, honestly, I think I collect these now, just until he's old enough to play with them. But they're just too cool. And this one is mega cool. I bought this one for my nephew, and then I was like, yeah, I have to get that for him too. What the hell's this guy's name? Tritops. It's a Triceratops, clearly, but he's filled with not squishy balls. I said squishy balls. Ha! Oh, he's got beads inside him. God, these things are cool. They're so cool. His mouth opens, who cares? I think that gold one squirts water, I think, but I just can't get enough of these. Yes, toys! Toys! Look, we're gonna do a thumbnail. Toys! Ah! Wait, what about? That probably won't be a good thumbnail, but man, Goo-Jitsus are cool. So, moving on. That was a lot of work. We gotta get this show on the road. Okay. You remember back in the day, they were usually dinosaurs, a little plastic thing. You put it in water and over days it soaks up and gets bigger and bigger. So, we got this guy right here. I was thinking ahead for once, and it's a Santa. I was just like, oh man, that'd be so cool to do for the Christmas spectacular extravaganza. So I got it, and that's as big as it got. Now I've got some time-lapse footage here where over a 3-day period I show you how it's grown, because it said it was supposed to grow over 3 days. So that's what I did. This is about a week into it, and it did continue to get bigger, but he's mad because we got scammed. All right, so I got the toys out of the way. Did Santa bring me any toys for Christmas? No, he didn't, because I'm a grown-ass man. I bought my own toys. Games. That's really what everybody wants to hear about, the games. Obviously, everyone knows. Going for that complete Nintendo set. Right around, I'm getting 600-ish around there. It's tougher to find games. There's no more really cheap ones out there. I picked up 3 pretty heavy hitters. The first one we're going to start off with here. This is the one I'm most psyched about. I wanted it for a while. I tried to get Jay the NES addict to trade me, but he stubbornly wouldn't do it. So I had to eBay it, and that is Jackie Chan's. Was it Action Kung Fu? Action Kung Fu! Now back in the day, I'd never heard of this. And if I had, I guaranteed I would have passed right over it. Well, it would have been wrong, because this is a good one. I imagine it's pretty pricey because everyone else passed over it too, but it is fun. The graphics are good. Jackie has a pretty large sprite, which I always like in games. You don't see a lot of games where the hero is a large sprite. I like it a lot. And one reason I like large sprites is because they can do things. Now look how funny it is when he goes from standing there smiling to his serious face once he starts walking. The controls in this game are spot on, which is always a bonus. The music is it's catchy and upbeat. The only negative I've found so far about halfway through the game is that it's pretty easy. Now, only being halfway through it, I could be wrong. It might really ramp up in difficulty, but I'm not thinking so. Jackie Chan's Action Kung Fu gives back in the day gamers recommendation. Next up, middle of the road pickup. Still kind of a heavy hitter, and that's World Champ Boxing. Honestly, I think until I got Wittenhagen's complete NES guidebook, I never had heard of this one, and I'm assuming most of you probably hadn't either. This game is like Ring King, but less terrible. The game itself is a little more than a button masher with a few good qualities. It does both look and play like Ring King, but with improvements. There's this RPG power-up mechanic that's a nice touch. I like how you can grind to level up. That was one reason why I was always a big fan of RPGs back when I was younger, because yeah, you might not know what the hell's going on, but you can grind and power your guy up and kick some ass. The same with this one. But all that grinding doesn't really matter, because later on, both you and your opponents are maxed out, so the grinding doesn't mean shit anymore. I pretty much cruised through the whole game with little challenge until the final few fights. And on the final one, I just got my ass kicked and ended up getting frustrated and quitting. So I'm at the end. I'm at the last damn guy. I'm gonna have to beat it, but that's it for now. Let's try this gingerbread shit again. No. Who tasted that and said, this is a good idea, let's put it out? No. Third NES semi-hitter that I picked up is in progression. This is the worst one. You hear a lot about this game sucking, and it does suck. It sucks less than I thought, but it sucks. And that's unfortunate, because I think it could have been good. Cool World. So much like this gingerbread seltzer, I don't know how the hell somebody brought this to their boss and was like, yeah, here we go, let's sell this. I'm on like the second board. And I mean, not only does it suck, but it's weird, it's not fun. I've played worse. It took me a long time just to figure out what the hell to do on the first board, which you end up going, you gotta push the garbage can over to the bouncers, and blow it up or whatever so it stinks and they stay the hell away from it. Then you can get in the club, and then you have to fight the bartender, but you don't really fight him. You just dodge his bottles and you jump up on this ledge and end up touching this thing, but you can't jump into these electricity bolt looking things when they're anything but one color, and that's stupid. And I got to the second board in the sewers, and it was just hard as shit. And yeah, cool world. Not very cool. No. It's peppermint time. Peppermint time. What's happening, YouTube? That's a tasty beverage. Like I said, I've never had a seltzer that I like. That one's probably the best. And it's peppermint. Yeah, that's about it. No, I'm just kidding. That's not it at all. Another game I've been playing. I don't have a physical copy because I don't have a physical copy. I downloaded it on the Wii. The Wii. Not the Wii. No, the Switch. And that's Saturday Morning RPG. Now, this is a unique one. It's cool. It's got a lot of knockoffs to back in the day, pop culture and things. But what I want to talk about now is the Christmas board. There's 5 boards in this game, and the 4th one is totally dedicated to Christmas, and it was a complete accident. I played it the week before Christmas. Not accident, coincidence. But anyway, I like this game. It's cool. I heard it sucked, but with a name like Saturday Morning RPG and the price tag of like $1.99, I obviously had to try it for myself, and I'm not disappointed. I haven't gave up, but I'm right towards the end of the 5th board, end of the game. Just, you know, Christmas, busy, only getting to making my video now, so. But yeah, this game is solid, and for $2, you can't go wrong. I do wish I had a physical copy. I hate downloading things, but it wouldn't have been $2 then, so. But as you can see, graphics are pretty cool. It's one of those RPGs where it's not turn-based. It's kind of turn-based, but it's like time sequences. I forget what it's called, but I'm sure you guys are gonna let me know in the comments. Actually, do let me know, because I want to know what the term is I'm looking for. But Saturday Morning RPG, not a bad game, and an especially nice touch about the Christmas board. What's happening, YouTube? Ho, 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 Merry Christmas. Now, obviously, you know, Christmas, toys, games, movies. We were obviously watching the 2 best ones, Home Alone and Christmas Vacation. I always have such a hard time picking my favorite. Home Alone is so good. Christmas Vacation is so good too. I think I gotta go with Christmas Vacation just because it's more adult and it's hilarious. You know, Home Alone is really good, nostalgia, it's fun to watch, there are funny parts, but Christmas Vacation is just so damn hilarious. So many parts. I mean, starting from the beginning, where when he shoots out from under the truck and they launch over the snowdrift and come to a skidding stop to get the Christmas tree, and just there's so many things I say all the time. I gotta eat so I can take my back pills. The part where the old man's not sleeping, got the big smile on his face, staring at the bikini poster. Just so much shit in that is funny. The little things too, not just the jokes, but the part where Eddie's loading up the cart at Walmart with dog food, and Clark finds the light bulbs and sets them there. And then he sets that 50-pound bag of dog chow on it. Just, you know, obviously love that movie. Actually have a cozy that I should be drinking this, but it's not a slim one. So moving on, Christmas Vacation, definitely my number 1. Home Alone is very close second, but it wouldn't be the Christmas season without music, obviously, and I was jamming a lot of good stuff, and I got some CDs. I just wanted to point out some good ones. Now, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the original Dr. Seuss old one. I really like the Jim Carrey one. That's funny too. We watched that a lot of times. But you know, the song you hear, "You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch." Now, after all the years of having this YouTube video, I'm going to bring you a first for the Christmas Spectacular Extravaganza. And that is I never dropped the F-bomb on this channel because I was like, oh, my nephews will watch it. You know, when my nephews are here, I drop the F-bomb as much as I want anyway. So it's not like it makes any difference. But, so You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch, performed by Thurl Ravenscroft. That's the baddest fucking name I've ever heard in my life. Thurl Ravenscroft. That guy's either a gigantic badass or a serial killer, or both. Not only are people not tough nowadays, but names aren't tough anymore either. What the hell is that? Thurl Ravenscroft. I gotta find a picture of this guy to show us what he looks like. In actuality, he's probably a skinny old man with a huge deep voice, but that's one bad fucking name. A couple other things I jammed was John Denver and the Muppets. You gotta have that one. I'm a big fan of Twisted Sister, A Twisted Christmas. But aside from all the classics, my favorite, the one I jammed the most, aside from the radio station just having the constant Christmas classics. And by the way, my number one Christmas song is Chuck Berry, Run, Run, Rudolph. That's my number one favorite Christmas song of all times. And that just happens to be performed here by a little band called LA Guns on the Monster Ballad Xmas compilation. Yeah, you've got bands like Skid Row performing Jingle Bells, which is a kick-ass one. Winger, Warrant, you got a Twisted Sister, Lita Ford, I'll Be Home for Christmas. That's a good jam. Run, Run, Rudolph, or Run, Rudolph, Run, LA Guns, that's my favorite. I think the best song on here, though, is Naughty Naughty Christmas by Danger... No. Oh, where is it? I'm wrong. I don't know. Well, Tom Kiefer of Cinderella, one of my all-time favorite 80s rock bands. He does Blue Christmas, and that kicks ass. But no, it's Silent Night by Faster Pussycat. It sounds like it's Marilyn Manson, and it's so weird, but it's kick-ass. Yeah, Monster Ballads Xmas. Get yourself this one for buy it now. The holidays are over. It's probably super cheap. Hey, you got a good, no, I was going to say you got a cheap NES Common that I need to trade? I'd trade, but nah, I don't want to trade for that. I like that one. I like it a lot. So we played with the toys, we played the video games, we listened to the music, we watched the movies, we had some cocktails. What's happening YouTube? Obviously, we were watching YouTube, and a lot of good videos came out Christmas season. Hopefully this falls amongst them, but if not, there was a solid series that you need to make sure you watch. Just because Christmas just passed a few days ago doesn't mean Christmas is over. I mean, of course my wife's going to take the tree down pretty soon because she's a clean freak, and it's going to drive her crazy that it's 4 days after Christmas and the tree's still up. We're like hobos, oh my god. But I'm sure everybody else is going to have their tree up for like 6 weeks. I would if it was up to me. But, you know, it's still cold, it's still snowy, it's still the Christmas season, so it doesn't have to be over now. So you can go back and still keep watching the Christmas movies and everything. You won't, but, you know, one thing you should do, though, is go to 8-Bit Glitch 79's channel. He did a 12 Days of Christmas series. He did it last year. He did it again this year. Both years was great. This year I was lucky enough to have a little segment on there. Thanks for having me on there, Glitch. I had fun doing it. I covered Home Alone on the Game Boy, which was one of my first Game Boy games, my favorite Game Boy games, and my favorite seasonal games. So head over to 8-Bit Glitch's channel and check out all of his 12 nostalgic days of Christmas from both last year and this year. And I got anything else to show you guys? No, but I'm gonna sit here and just play with these Goo-Jitsu things. If you got kids and they're over the age of 3, buy these Goo-Jitsu things. Yeah. So that about wraps it up for Back in the Day Gamers Christmas Spectacular Extravaganza. Sorry that my excellent co-host, Angry Baby, had to be rushed to the other room to go to sleep because sometimes he's angry and sometimes he's not. Despite that fact, Santa still took good care of him. But that's going to wrap it up for this episode. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and until next time, keep it retro!